Let's go to some crypto action here. All right. Bitcoin, essentially the same place we were last week. Remember last week we had, that was the weekend that we had that the crash, right? So I guess I would have done this on probably this day. So we are a little lower last Wednesday, but essentially it's the same idea, right? Like we hit this huge center line on Bitcoin, talking about center lines. And the thinking was probably to sell, if you got to bounce back towards 56,000 or so to sell it. Obviously that hasn't happened. It might not happen. Okay. Ethereum has been the better one for me of late, as far as like, you know, things to trade. So this morning we had a nice move back into resistance. You can see here, I've got that red line, former supports. It was indeed resistance, and so it was a good sale into 38.90s. Downside focus for me initially is going to be about 3,200. Okay, and here's what that is based on. So what I have here is a channel drawn from the March 2020 low. Okay. These little lines that extend outwards from the channel. This is a half channel extension. This is a full channel extension. You can see the full channel extension more or less nailed the high from May, okay? Eventually, we would expect the market to trade down to that full channel on the low side, okay? We call that reciprocity, right? Market tends to trade you know, symmetrical, if you will, above and below its median lines. But the half extension, you can see, was also resistance on the way up. Okay. So with that said, I'm looking at 3,200 as a first target. Let's go to some of the other ones that we've been following of late. This is Solana. We looked at this one last week, of course. We noted the huge, you know, contracting nature of the rally over the last year plus. And we've broken that. So this thing is in a super dangerous spot. It's actually holding up really well today, all things considering. But I would look here for move back, or I wouldn't watch for the move back into this level. But if you got it, it's a great setup to short, in my opinion, back into, say, let's call it 186 to like 200 or something like that, right? Former supports here, look for resistance. VWAP from the high is currently 211, but the underside of the line is like 190. So let's call it 190-ish, right? That's your ideal resistance. Okay. Cardano is in a rather precarious situation here. Again, here's the channel. Let's actually see what we've got. Okay, so you can see the half channel extensions on Cardano actually hit the highs pretty good as far as identifying decent resistance. Thusly, your target is the lower channel line here, which is going to be like 0.74 or so, which is like a 50% decline from where we are right now. You can see that we were breaking the channel though now. So that weekend crash hit it. You know, we screwed around, we reversed, now we're below it. So it looks lower to me. I would actually think, I noted this level for possible support. However, my thinking is you probably bounce near 92. That is a median line from this fork. And you can see the 25 line from this fork has crossed through some pivots, right? So this becomes resistance now. Okay, so you look for a drop here and move back to here to sell. All righty. Before I go into the equity stuff, I want to show you some stats on notably NASDAQ AD line. But great time for a quick announcement. again, if you don't know, we are looking for profitable traders at Scandinavian capital markets. Okay, we launched a new version of our prop trading program, and we are funding up to $1 million. Okay, given that you pass our assessment. No monthly fees or anything like that. No time constraints, right? You just get get funded and trade. So check it out if you want to become a money manager, if that's a goal of yours. Then please check it out. Go to scandinavianmarkets.com/getfunded.